I just now realized that whole entire time I was on mute and I forgot that I didn't turn my voice on allowed to be shared, so I apologize about that, folks. Welcome to the United Drivers League Season 4 race number 1. We are very excited to bring you here today as Pig will be driving the Williams car this year with Drew Yu. We are back, guys. We are finally back to UDL F1 Series racing, as we have a bunch of guys going out there on the track right now, as we are going to bring you with the points leader. I mean, not the points lead. They're the three-time defending champion, Snapper Pig. He will be driving in the Williams car. The guy has the most career poles and wins in this series, but he will be driving the Williams car this year and teaming up with Drew Yu. Gonna run you down the new batch of teams, which is in the Mercedes car. You will have Dreamzy and Kyle Dyer, KD 1997. In the Red Bull team, you will have X Breezy and TNE Hawk. Alright, good. My voice is not allowed to be shared. Just trying to make sure. In the Red Bull, it will be TNE Hawk and X Breezy. In the AlphaTauri team, the winners of the Constructors last year, as Publix is back in the car, as he will be teaming up with Gunbutt. In the Ferrari, we are going to miss two of our Ferrari guys, as Crisorial Alex and Easy Hurricane are not here today, as they will not be in this race. So we will have two guys who will be trying out for the league, as there is a open hotspot. So today it is the British drivers of Trinac and Stysbra. I hope I said that right. And then in the Racing Point, Big Rig is returning into the pink Mercedes car, as he is teaming up with Kiwi Bird King, who got his first ever podium last year at the Brazilian GP in the final race. The two friends between Karab and Speed King will be driving in the McLaren car, as the friends of Bossman and Helme, they will be driving in the Alfa Romeo. Dillsack and Birdman, they will be driving in the Renault car, as we have the final team of Young Vicho, who will be in the hot cause. He is filling in today. Alright, let's see how the first time lap is. He should be the favorite to get on pole. Let's see what he does here. Gonna go back up to one of the racing points, as Pig sets a 119.6. What does Big Rig do? He sets a 120.2. I see a Haas. That is Young Vicho with a 120.7. As Birdman comes along to get a 121.3. Cowboy Haas came across to get a 121.7. Gunbutt came around to get a 120.0. As you see Karab there, he gets a 120.6. What does KD does? He does a 119.6. How does X Breezy do? As he's in the Red Bull car, he gets himself up to P2 with a 119.7. Hellmane, he was able to get a 121.7. Speed King gets a 120.8. Let's see how the Ferrari of Stysbra does. He gets a 120.4, as that's Trinac coming around the final. He gets a 120.3. How does Dreamzy do? This is going to be his first full year on a wheel. His lap is invalidated, so he will not be able to get a time on the board. So far, 13 drivers have gone a time on the board. So right now, Pig is currently out there on provisional pole. Let's see if anyone can have an answer for Pig today. He has over 20 career poles in his UDL F1 Series career. Just unbelievable. I'm pretty sure, I'm about to look at what times he is doing. And man, at how many times he has gone pole. Get the record book up here. as I do believe he has... Yeah, Pig has 24 pulls. Now get this, he has 24 pulls. The guy in second place for the most pulls is X Breezy with 5. That is insane. Multiple drivers are going into the pits. Gonna see if Dreamsy here is gonna be finishing a lap or not. He did not get a lap on the board. His time was invalidated, as there is a Williams coming behind him as he will go into the pits. I believe that is Pig also coming around. No, that is Drew Yu. He is out there on an out lap. He is teammates with Pig this year. Gonna go down to TNE Hawk. He is going to get started on his flyer. But Kiwi Bird King, he's in the racing point this year. Still does not have a lap to his name. So gonna be following with Drew Yu here, who is teaming up with a 3-time defending champion, Pig. He was the #1 draft pick in the UDL F1 Series draft, so gonna want to see how can Drew Yu do, you know, maybe teaming up with such a incredible talent that is Pig in the series. Maybe, oh, as he gets a little bit loose coming out of that turn. Almost gets loose there, so he was able to save the car. He's probably not going to get a really good lap out of this. See how he does going into these corners. Those corners are very tough, and if you get really loose, they can send you straight into that wall on the right side. Go back to TNE Hawk here, but his lap was invalidated, unfortunately for him, so that means his lap is not going to count. Alright, what does the #1 draft pick in this year's class, what time is he going to put on the board? It's a 122.4, good enough for P14, as Dilsack, who is in the Renault this year, teaming up with Kill the Birdman. He still does not have a lap on the board yet, but he is on his flyer. Let's see what Bossman is doing, but his lap is invalidated, so this lap is not going to count. I have to imagine he's going to go into the pits here. Does he? Nope, he's going to go out for one more. So, let's see how Dilsack here does. He had a very impressive P2 start in Brazil. Pretty sure that's the highest he has ever started in his UDL F1 Series career. Didn't get the best race start though, as he was going down the leaderboards quite significantly in that race. We got a bunch of guys getting started on their flyers, but I want to give some time on screen to see how they do. Kiwi Bird King is currently out there on a flyer. It looks like Boss Van will be going back into the pits. I'm going to see a TNE Hawk, who pretty much is going to be seen as possibly challenging. Ooh, as he has the Haas coming up. As the Haas, he's now, the Haas, he can't really complain, because he was in the last few corners. He was allowed to go. That's going to hurt TNE Hawk's time big time. But Dilsack did get a time on the board. It was a 121.2. Dreamsy still does not have a time on the board. Let's see what Kiwi Bird King here does, as we have quite a few other guys who are out there almost getting close. It's Big Rig, but he goes into the pits as his time was invalidated. What can Karab do? Can he improve on his 120.6? Down the front straight he goes. What does he do? He does improve, but it's not enough to move up a spot. Kiwi Bird King, did he invalidate his lap? No, he didn't. He's on pole. Kiwi has taken provisional pole away from Pig with a 119.5. So great time there from the racing point of Kiwi Bird King. Young Vicho does improve on his time, but it's not enough to get any type of to get going. What does Publix do? He sets a 119.9. The Constructors champion last year, currently in P4. We got a busy front stretch, it looks like, or it could be a couple of guys pitting. I'm trying to find a driver, see on my screen. That's Atranak, but he has a invalidated lap. A McLaren Racing Point and a McLaren are behind them, but I'm assuming they're going to go into the pits. As the only guy that does not have a time on the board is Bossman, so that is something to watch out for. Bossman is the only one who does not have a time on the board, as that would be good enough for P2. But we just missed it. I apologize, folks. There was so much going on. But Pig has taken back provisional pole with a 119.4. Sorry that I missed that, but yeah, Pig is currently back on top of for the 25th pole of his career, which is insane considering the guy in second in the books is X Breezy with 5. If he gets pole, he would literally have 20 more poles than anybody else would in this whole entire series, which is insane. Drew Yu is going to get started on his lap, trying to make his teammate proud. Cowboy Kaz, he is coming back into the pits. He's not going to be able to improve on his lap, as it looks like we got a bunch of guys. But TNE Hawk, he's currently back out there. Kind of got held up there by the Haas at the end of his run, which isn't the Haas's fault at all, as he was on an out lap and he was on the final few turns, so he had every right to go as fast as he could there, even though I'm sure Hawk was very furious with it. It's fair game once you get those final 2 turns for the guys on their out laps to be able to go. But looks like he's gonna allow that driver to pass. Pretty sure that's Drew Yu. As we have the Renaults currently on their out laps. As I believe that's Helmade on the front stretch. It is, as he's going to get a time started. Is Gunbuck on a lap, or is he going back into the pits? Yeah, he's going back into the pits. Alright, let's see what Drew Yu can do. Can Drew Yu improve on his time? He is up by 1.3 seconds. Can he make his teammate proud and possibly get into the top 10? What does he do? Oh, wow, he improves and gets himself a 120.8. So how about that? Currently good enough for P14. Good job from Drew Yu there, as it looks like the Alfa Romeos are both on flyers. I believe that's Helmade, yes. As right now, the Alfa Romeo currently sitting in the last 2 spots. We just missed Big Rig coming around, as he just sets a 119.7. Good enough for P4 right now. So we have a McLaren in the wall. It looks like it's Karab. Don't know if he got loose or not, but he's going to have to go back into the pits. Yeah, that is damage on his wing, as he got loose coming out of one of those turns, so not good for him. Oh, and TNE Hawk, it looks like, as he had a spin out too. TNE Hawk has spun. TNE Hawk has spun on his flyer. That is not good. He needs to get back into the pits quick if he wants to get a chance to get another lap on the board. Hopefully he stays out of the way of the Ferrari here, and he does. As the Ferrari, but his lap is invalidated. But currently, right now, we got Pig in first, Kiwi in second, X Breezy in third, and Big Rig in fourth, with KD in fifth. Go back up here to Bossman. He still does not have a lap on the board. What does he do? He sets a 120.4. Good enough for P11 right now. We have Speed King here getting started on his flyer. Gonna go down, I believe that's Cowboy Kaz. Yeah, that's Cowboy Kaz, who just came across the line to get started on his lap. But yeah, if you're TNE Hawk, you gotta hope that this is going to be done quick. That is just heartbreaking. Why is everyone... I know. I mean, we should all see how great Drew Yu is going to be in this race. He is easily the greatest driver of all time. in this series. So, Atranek getting started on his flyer, but he invalidates it in turn number 1. So he's going to have to turn down the fuel mix or something to try and get a lap on the board. How unfortunate for him. But we are now under 2 minutes to go. So let's see how it goes, as we are now getting near the end of this qualifying session. See what Dilsack can do here. Can he improve on his time? He does. He sets a 120.1. He improves on his time to get himself up to P8. And then Speed King improves on his time to get himself up to P9. Kiwi Bird King on a flyer. He's going to come into some traffic here, as that is Pig right in front of him, the guy who's trying to take off a pole. But currently, right now, it looks like he has the best chance. Is T&E Hawk able to get out? I think he was. So as he had that wreck on his last flyer, so it looks like T&E Hawk was able to get back into the pits and get out in time to be able to complete a lap. Let's see what Kiwi does here as he goes into these turns. As right now it looks like he has the best chance of possibly taking pole away from Snapper Pig, as Pig is trying to get his 25th career pole in this series. As there are multiples of cars here that Kiwi is going to have to avoid, as he does. And good job. And it looks like Gunbuck gets himself all the way up to P2 with a 119.4. So good job there from the AlphaTauri of Gunbuck there. But will Kiwi have an answer? Will he have an answer? It's going to be close. Oh, he does. He's at the 119.3. So let's see what Pig can do now, as Kiwi is on provisional pole. But don't sleep on Pig just yet. He still has a great chance of getting pole. It's not over yet, folks. Until I see, and it looks like T&E Hawk is going to be able to get a lap in as well. Publix has retired from the session. So his day is done, as he will probably be starting in P7 unless he gets jumped here. His lap was invalidated, so there is still time left to get a lap done. Oh, and that's it. That is it, folks, as it looks like, yeah, that is it. So let's see how everyone else does. You're going to go find Pig here. He's on the backstretch right now. What does Drew Yu does? Can he improve on his time? He does not improve on his time. So he will stay where he's at. Gonna go up to Gunbuck here, as no, he goes back into the pits. I believe that's Birdman coming around, but his lap is invalidated, so he's not going to improve on his time. Here comes Karab, but his lap is also invalidated as well. Kiwi goes into the pits, but Pig had his lap invalidated. So Kiwi is going to look like it looks like Kiwi Bird King is going to have pole. So Kiwi right now is going to take pole unless someone can beat a 119.3. What an impressive time. What can KD do? He does not improve on his time. I believe Atranak and Young Vicho are the final two, but how Kiwi, he gets pole and does 5th ever pole, and that is the first ever pole for Kiwi. Has invalidated his lap, and that will be it, as Hawk, he invalidated his lap. So this is a uncharacteristic start for T&E Hawk, as he driver of his pace pole away from Pig. As right now, yeah, Kiwi will be starting in P1, Pig in P2, Gunbuck in P3, X Breezy in P4, Big Reg in P5, KD in P6, Publix in P7, Dillsack in P8, Styes in P9, King in P10, Atranak in P11, Karab in P12, Bossman in P13, Vicho in 14, 14th, Hawk in 15th, Drew U in 16th, Hellmaid in 17th, Dreamzy in 18th, Birdman in 19th, and Cowboy Cause in 20th. Please forgive me for the blue screens here, as I'm gonna have to try and get the grid, as we're gonna go into a brand new lobby to get the grid made, as we do two separate lobbies around here. We do a qualifying lobby with strict corner cutting rules, and then the race lobby will be set to regular corner cutting. And the reason why we do that is because most of the time when I watch a race that has all the corner cutting, the strict corner cutting, it literally comes down to who has the least amount of penalties, and that's who wins the race, and that's not fun to watch. So we let the guys govern it themselves, and if they see anything that they think is corner cutting or really bad corner cutting, they will send the clip in to the stewards, who the stewards this year is myself, the Imperial, and Sevopai. Those are the stewards for season 4. So looking at the weather for Albert Park, it will be it will be overcast the whole entire time. So pretty much it will be a very cloudy race. There will be no sun. So those tires are going to be really, really cold. Ghosting off. Formation lap on, and let's get everybody back in here. As forgive me folks for having the blue screen up while we try to get everybody back. So the blue screen is up. Going to be sending the invites out to everybody. If you are not subscribed to the United Drivers League channel, I say you should go ahead and subscribe to us. And click the notification bell so you don't miss a race. We do not have a race next week, as the Super Bowl is next week, so we don't have a race there. But on February 14th, we are doing a special race, as we are doing a 100% race. It's not going to be for points or anything. It's going to be a very special 100% race with a twist, as that will be at Brazil on February 14th, as we will be starting an hour earlier than we normally do. So still waiting on everyone to get back into the lobby here, trying to get the invites out to those who need them and have not joined. But then the next race that we will have, that will be for points, will be back on February 21st when we go to Austria. We are not doing the same calendar, as we will be going to Austria for the second race of the year for the points. Also, I need to send a message in the chat. To kind of come back here and help out with that. That will be great. Still looking for a color commentator. But yes, so we will have a 100% race on February 14th in Brazil, and then on February 21st, we will be going to Austria. And then February 28th, we are at Great Britain. Alrighty. Let me see. Who are we missing? We're missing Kill the Birdman. No, he's here. Now we're missing Dilsack. I know I sent him an invite. We're missing at least one driver from almost every team, it says. Alright. Apologies for the blue screen here, folks. But here we go, trying to get everybody back into the lobby. We're missing the Ferrari of Styes. Is he in here? No, Styes is not in here. Send him an invite real quick. There he is. Trying to get everybody back in here. Let's see. Big Rig is not in here. Is Kiwi Bird King in here? Let's see. Kiwi, Dilsack, and Styes. Those are the guys we are missing. There's Styes. Get Kiwi in here. Looks like everybody else is here except for one more guy, and that's it. Yeah, we are missing one more driver, and that is Kiwi Bird King. He will be last one left. If he can get in here, let me message Kiwi. Also, to those in the chat, if you want to make your picks on who is going to win the race, go ahead and make your picks. Alright, everybody's here. Let's get this grid made. So yeah, Kiwi starting on pole for the first time of his career. How about that for Kiwi? As he got the first ever podium of his career at Brazil last year in the final race. So there is some questions about his potential race pace, as we kind of saw that go on in Coda of last year, where he got a great time but kind of fell down the leaderboards very quickly. X-Breezy will be starting in P4, and hopefully he remembers to leave his ERS off, as in last year's race he tried to start the race with his ERS on, and whenever he tried to turn his ERS off, it would not turn off, as he had to retire from the race on about lap 2 or 3. It was either somewhere around there was when he finally retired from the race. The new guy's Stysbra, which this is a trial for him. If he does well today, he will be pretty much be driving the Haas in the next race, as the Haas car is still an open seat, as I believe that's Atronax starting in 11th. Karab will be starting in P12. Bossman will be starting in P13, and amazingly, Drew Yu starting in P14. I wonder, out of a 20-man grid, if that's the highest he's been in a long time. Teeny Hawk with a disappointing qualifying for him. Actually, no, that's young Vicho in P14 and Drew Yu in P16. Hellmade starting in P17. Dreamzy, this is going to be his first year on the wheel, so that will be something to see, as he hasn't had the best few races when he was on the wheel, as when he started on the wheel. It's been very tough. Let me make sure that I have everything set up right to get this started. Weather, race settings, ghosting off, and yeah, here we go. Let's do it. Let's get started for the first race of Season 4. We are finally here, guys. It's going to be a fun race here in Albert Park. Whew. But yeah, go ahead and leave your predictions in the chat. Let me let everybody know to ready up. Everyone in top 10. Everyone in the top 10 start on softs. Now, to those who haven't watched a race in a while, there is kind of a bit of a delay between what's going on the screen. So, like, with the lights, when you see the lights go off and they don't go, just know that I will not be calling the race go as soon as the lights go off, because Anytime I've tried to commentate a race, anytime the lights go off, that doesn't mean the lights have went off for them. But on my end, the lights will go out and they will be stuck. Alrighty, here we are, Australia. I hope the cuddly koala is watching. Let me text my good friend Koala. Let him know this race is going on. As yeah, we will have a very cloudy race. You will not see the sun at all. As right now we patiently await. And I hope these guys don't forget to put on your setups. Don't forget to put on your setup. Texting the two new drivers this. To Atronac and Styes. As we're still waiting for the guys to get back in. Oh, Codemasters, please. Okay, good. Alright, cool. I think they were all still in the loading screen and I was able to be here. The Australian Grand Prix here in Albert Park is a 29-lap race. To run you down the race winners of this race, I won here back in Season 1 in the very first ever UDL F1 Series race. I won here in Season 1. And Season 2 was the controversial finish between Greco and Pig and Dream and Sinister Owl, as it was Shawsome who got the win after Greco was disqualified from the race for all the penalties he had. And last year, Dreamsy and Pig had quite the battle going into the final lap, as it was Dreamsy who got the win. So let's see how this race will go. Gonna run you guys down the grid. I'm gonna get the tire detail up. As we have Kiwi Bird King, his first ever pole. We have Pig starting in P2. Gunbuck in the AlphaTauri will be starting in P3. X Breezy P4. Big Rig in P5. KD starting in P6. As we have Publix back in the AlphaTauri starting in P7. Dillsec will be starting in P8. Stysbro will be starting in P9. As Speed King will be starting in P10. Atronac will be starting in P11. So these two guys, this is their very first ever UDL F1 Series race. Karab, don't know why he's getting really close there, but he will be starting in P12. Bossman will be starting in P13. Young Vicha will be starting in P14. A big shock as Teamy Hawk, a race winner here, did not have a great qualifying. He will be starting in P15. Drew Yu, the most popular driver of this series, will be starting in P16. Hellmaid will be starting in P17. Dreamsy, who is on a wheel for this year, will be starting in P18. Finished P2 in last year's point standings. Kill the Birdman will be starting in P19, and Cowboy Cause will be starting in P20. As you guys saw there, if you're going on softs to hards, you are going to lap 1 to lap... you will be stopping between lap 10 to lap 12. As that is the preferred tire strategy if you're going to go on the hard. So let's see how it all plays out, folks, as we are... The grid is forming up, folks. Here we go. Season 4 is about to get underway. Gonna turn it up here. Ignore the lights a little bit. And we are... Go! As Kiwi gets off to a good start there, but it looks like Gunbuck gets around the outside of Pig there as he will pass Pig for P3. But Kiwi has a great lead already. He has a great lead with Gunbug in P2 with Pig falling all the way down to P3. X-Breezy is holding up pretty well in P4. Oh, and it looks like we have a yellow. We have a yellow, as I believe that's Cowboy Cause. He is into the sand there. Yeah, he is out there in the sand. But wow, Kiwi got off to a great start. Did not lose anything there. Oh, as what's going on with Drew Yu is he just lost a bunch of spots there. But Bossman, how about this? Bossman has gone all the way up to P9, started all the way there in the back, but he is now up into the top 10. So what a start there from Bossman. But Kiwi still holds out pretty well as he is in the lead with P1 with Gunbug getting a great start. That is a thing that is talked about a lot, as Pig is not the best starter in this league. As we have another Haas. Oh, so both of the Haas's are now all the way down to last. As here we go, folks. Lap 1 as Kiwi will lead lap 1 going into lap 2. See if Gunbuck will have an answer. We have some battling already going on. The DRS will not open up until lap 3. And so far, KD getting really close there. The big rig can't provide any challenge there, as KD will be driving in the Mercedes car this year with Dreamzy. He was the number 2 pick of this draft. He got drafted by Dreamzy there, as both of these guys, they have some great chemistry, as they are really good friends as well. But Breezy starting to hunt down the back of his buddy Pig here. Let's see. So far, nothing really going on yet. It looks like Hawk is going to make a battle for Hellmate here really, really soon. But another thing, Publix, who started in P7, is all the way down into P10. That's not where you want to start. As we have another yellow, I believe that's the Haas of Cowboy Cause, as he is around. Yes, he is around. So very tough 2 laps for Cowboy Cause, as this has not been the race start that he would wanted to have in just his second ever UDL F1 Series race. But Kiwi will lead lap 2, as multiple guys, I'm going to assume, are going to have a lot of fastest laps here. DRS is now open. Trinak looks like he's going to go for a pass on Hawk there for P14, but DRS is now available, as I'm sure they will get it here going into the back straight there. Looks like Publix got around Speed King there to take P9. So far, so good, but Publix did not get off to a great start, as he started in P7 and got all the way back down to P10, and it looks like we have a yellow. We have a yellow somewhere. Oh, no, it's just the game being the game. But Kiwi is off to a great start, as his lead is now over a second, as he is now out of the DRS range. Gunbuck is, as that might open the door for Pig here, as they will get the DRS, but I don't think it's going to be enough to possibly go for a move. So they will definitely get the DRS here. Passing is very it's very hard here at Albert Park. But Pig holding well into P3. He's going to have to try, as Gunbuck is going to have to defend for his life here. No, he's not. He got out. He got really good exit there, as Kiwi sets the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:23.4. But so far, these guys aren't getting the best out of these tires or out of the turns to try and make a move now. But these 5, as we all know, are in a party with each other, so they may be holding still for now so that they don't mess anything up. Gonna go see Teeny Hawk. How is he doing? He's still all the way out there in the back, but it looks like Trinek is the first to pit. I don't know if he got a new wing or not, but he has gone into the pits for a set of medium tires. Pig still breathing down the neck of Gunbuck here, as they will get into the DRS zone. We see KD there take a very inside turn. Let's see how they do now in these turns in the dirty air. This is a very tough turn to turn in. But he's getting some DRS help. Still not enough as we have the two teammates, Breezy and Big Rig, with each other. Oh! We have a yellow! And it looks like we have a crash. Who is that? That is Dillsack, who has gotten into the wall. His teammate has gone into the wall. I just said how hard of a turn that is. On lap 4, we have our first wreck and our first safety car, as Kiwi will go into the pits, Pig will go into the pits, so will Breezy. Oh, Big Rig is going to get held up. What is the strategy these guys going to go with? He goes onto the hards. Speed King will not pit. Kiwi will go onto the hards. Breezy, but Big Rig, he got held up there. Or maybe he didn't, because Kiwi was out, as Drew U does not pit, Birdman does not pit, but Pig, Kiwi, Breezy, Styes, KD, Bossman, Hellmade, Vicho, and Cowboy Kaz are the only ones who have pitted. Gunbuck and Public stayed out. So did King, so did Krob, and so did Hawk. As I have to imagine, this might play well into Hawk's favor, as he's on the medium tires. So Hawk might be back in this race. So that is something to watch for, because Hawk is he has winning pace. He could have had 4 wins last year if he didn't spin out at Hungary or Austria of last year, as he got 2 wins, as he won Monaco and Japan last year. So we know Hawk has race winning pace. He was not in the Australian race last year. It was the second race of season 3. Got his first ever start here in the UDL F1 series. But Gunbuck takes the lead for now on the softs, as they are very close to each other. Hopefully they don't run into each other, but let's see where Kiwi is at. He's actually right behind Hawk, so Kiwi, he's in a great spot still, as he was looking to take control of this race. He led the first 3 laps, and he got up to a great start as well. Oh boy, I am out of breath. So we are under safety car due to the wreck that Dillsack had there on lap 4. So let's run you down the grid, as Gunbuck is now in P1, Publix in P2, Speed King in P3, Krob in P4, Hawk in P5, Kiwi, who led the first 3 laps of this race, in P6, Dreamzy in P7, Kill the Birdman in P8, Drew U in P9, Pig with his teammate in front of him, the Dream Team, in P10, Breezy in P11, Big Rig in P12, Stysbra in P13, KD in P14, Bossman in P15, Hellmade in P16, Vicho in P17, Cowboy Kaz in P18, and Atrinak in P19. Don't know if the yellow, don't know if the safety car will come in this lap, as it did come out right there at the end of lap 4, so don't know yet. But so far so good. Kiwi is in a great spot still, but Hawk is in a good spot as well. So is Krob, as Krob starts on the medium tires. So Krob is still in a good spot as well to possibly get some points, as we are following the race leader here, Gunbuck. Don't know when the safety car will come in. As soon as those lights turn off, and I'm going to say it for John, but that is the best looking car on the grid. There you go, John. Best looking car on the grid, even with the rainbow on it. So it looks like the safety car will not come in this lap, so we will have one more lap under safety car conditions. But just like I said, the last 3 years of this series, as we've had a new race winner. I won here in season 1, Shawsome won this race in Season 2 after Graco was disqualified, and then Dreamsy was the race winner here in last year. So Dreamsy right now currently sitting in P7 as the other two race winners are not in this race, as I am commentating this race, as Shawsome is not here anymore. But thankfully for X-Breezy, he did not leave his ERS on. It did not get his ERS stuck, so he has completed more laps here than he did in last year's race. So good for him. Big Rig got P3 in last year's race here when he was driving the Haas. He also has the first ever pole, which was at this track here in Season 1 when he was driving with me in the Ferrari. As Big Rig currently sits in P12. Pig right now, I know everyone wants to know where he is at. He's currently sitting in P10 in this race, as he made the pit stops on the safety car lap. As yeah, there it is. The safety car laps are off. So the safety car is coming in on this lap. We will go back to green flag racing on lap 8, as hopefully Gunbuck slows down enough to not have the AI stop them. As if I'm Gunbuck, I need to slow down now, because he is way too close to that car. Hopefully the game doesn't stop him. Hopefully there aren't any issues, as he is still way too close. Hopefully that doesn't cause any accidents or anything for any of these guys. But yeah, the safety car is back in. Gunbuck has the go ahead as we are back to green flag racing here at the Australian GP live in our park, as we already have a... What has happened? Kiwi is out! Kiwi is out of the race! Kiwi is out of the race! The guy who led the first 3 laps. What has happened to Kiwi Bird King? He is already out of this race. What in the world has happened to Kiwi there? He is out there right on the front stretch. He led the first 3 laps and he took pole, and he's out of this race. We also have another cars. I think that's Birdman and Cowboy Kaz. What a hectic race start here for... Wow, how unfortunate for Kiwi Bird King, as he got started. Don't know what exactly was going on there, as the race just got restarted. I don't know if he lost control or what, but right now Gunbuck is in control of this race, as... But Pig fell all the way down to P10 as X-Breezy got out in front of him. Don't know what happened. It doesn't look like he has any damage on his car. It looks like somebody was going for a move there, as there's some very good battling going on here in the back, as Adriac is having a tough time with the car, as he is now under attack from young Vicho there, as we have another yellow. Who is it? It's Dreamsy. He is around. Dreamsy has spun it, and he is out there into the grass. Not the start that Dreamsy wants, as remember, he is now on the wheel. So the DRS is not out there yet, as I believe that's Dreamsy. Yeah, he's having issues. Oh, we have another yellow. It's that. Oh, and it's the other one too. It's KD who has gotten around. KD 1997 is around, as it looks like we got a battle here for P9, as Pig is falling all the way down. What is going on? TNE Hawk is having issues now. What in the world has this safety car did? As OS Hawk has a lot of damage onto his car. This is not what Hawk wanted at all. I don't know if he had a spin or what, but he is creating a big cluster of cars here, as he's going to have to let them go, as this is chaotic. This is some insane racing here. But Hawk has a lot of damage to his car, as he's going to have to go in and pit. Atronat looks like he's going to look for a move on Hellmate here, as they go down the inside. Oh, as he goes into the wall as well. don't know what happened there. I don't think Hellmane meant to do it, but Etrinak is into the wall. DRS is now enabled in this race. Stysbro, look at this. Drew Yu is in P5, folks. Drew Yu, I am not lying to you guys, is actually in P5. Doing very well right now. Gunbuck still holds the lead of this race. What an insane restart. What an insane restart to this race. So much has happened. Not what I was... Oh, it's Drew Yu is into the wall. Drew Yu is into the wall. I spoke too soon. Drew Yu is now into the wall. Damage to his car, as Drew Yu has a lot of damage to that left wing plate. This is the Australian GP, folks, and it looks like Bossman is going to go for a move down the inside of X Breezy here. It looks pretty clean, but Bossman has gone out in front. So Bossman is now up to P6, as that might open the door between the two former teammates of Big Rig and X Breezy. As Big Rig right behind. Gonna look for a move down the outside. What does Big Rig do? He doesn't. He goes back in. As we have another yellow. I believe that's Cowboy Cause. So let's see what's going to happen here. But right now, Gunbuck's still in control of this race, but he is going to have to pit. Him and Publix and King and Karab, and I'm assuming Styes and Bossman will have to pit as well, as Bossman decided to take another pair of softs. But so far, it's worked out really well for him, but those soft tires are going to be wearing out pretty quickly compared to the guys who are on the hard tires. But you have to assume with everyone else that still has left the pit, X Breezy now is kind of in the driver's seat, as he is in a net P1 until everyone else, until the top 6 all have to pit again, as he is on the hard tires. So those hard tires, I think, can go to the end of the race. So if X Breezy can manage his tire wear pretty well, he could be in a great spot to win this race, as right now his former teammate Big Rig, as he's getting very close to being under attack here from the Williams of Pig, as Big Rig is now going to have to do it, as his teammate Kiwi wrecked out on lap 6 on the safety car restart, lap 8. So far, no changes so far for the AlphaTauris, but it looks like the first one to pit will be Publix, as he is going to go in. It looks like he's going to put on a set of hard tires. No, it's the medium tires. So Publix will go on to the medium tires. So he is the first one to bite. Oh, as we have another yellow. Is that Atrinak? Yeah, it is. He's just had a tough race. He has been having a tough race, but what has happened to Bossman? Bossman has also gotten into the wall. He is falling down now. So Bossman has gotten into the wall, as he's fallen all the way down to P10. I think he has some damage. Yes, his left front wing has it is definitely damaged for sure. What in the world is going on in this race? Breezy still trying to hold his former teammate at bay, with Big Rig and Pig getting ever so closely. See here. Now this turn with the dirty air is very tricky, but so far no wrecks. Go back up here to Gunbuck. You know he's going to have to be pitting soon. Publix was able to get out to P11 after that stop. So let's see, what does Gunbuck here do? I don't think Karab is going to pit, considering he's on the medium tires, as King does pit. So King does go into the pits as well. X Breezy trying to hold all of these guys behind. I'll let you know of what tires these two. It looks like Gunbuck is going to go on to the medium tires. So yeah, Gunbuck and King going out there on the medium tires. Going to have to see how that will work out for them. As Stysbra, it looks like a move. He does, as Big Rig will take the net P1 lead away from X Breezy here. Big Rig still does not have a win yet to his name in his UDL F1 Series career, passing his former teammate there to take the net P1, because I have to assume Stysbro's medium tires is not going to hold for the next 17 laps. But we'll have to wait and see how well he can hold those tires, because I don't know if he's going to go the whole entire way on those tires. I know Helmig will probably be pitting soon, but how about this? Publix was able to get the undercut to work as he pitted first between him and Gunbuck, as he was able to get out in front of him. Teeny Hawk trying to battle. Oh, did he get into the wall? He did. He got stuck behind Cowboy Kaz. Got stuck behind Cowboy Kaz there. This has not been the race for Teeny Hawk at all. This has not been a great race. But Big Rig has been catching up to the back of the Ferrari of Stysbro there. Karab is going to have to pit at some point, as he still has yet to pit. Everyone else in this race has made a pit stop in this race. Bossman has gone into the pits. He was in this race, but he had the spin out 2 laps ago on lap 12 coming out of turn 2. A Big Rig chasing down the Ferrari of Stysbro here. Go back to Gunbuck and Publix here. They're not really in a overtaking spot, as these three are still having their little battle over here. But Publix and Gunbuck, don't think there will be very many passing going on here. They might just want to use each other as DRS to get themselves back into this race. But Big Rig trying to chase down the Ferrari of Stysbro here. Karab still has yet to pit. It looks like Pig is going to go for a move down the inside. And it looks like Big Rig has gone for a move, and he has, as Big Rig has gone out in front, but Stysbro is trying to trade it back. Oh, as Stysbro is into the wall. Big crash there from Stysbro as he gets into the wall. Major damage on his car. He's going to have to come in and pit for a new wing. That is unfortunate for Stysbro there, but Big Rig has gone out in front. That will definitely have to be reviewed after the race by the stewards. But Stysbro is into the wall there. That's a very tough turn to go too wide as well. So, gotta say, I appreciate Stysbro trying to go for something there, but that is a tough corner to go too wide in. But Big Rig currently in the net P1, as Karab still has yet to pit in this race. As I imagine he's probably going to either, I don't know if he's going to go on the soft tires or not. Publix and Gunbuck, not very much going on there. I imagine they won't be racing each other very hard. K&D and Teeny Hawk are within their own little battle here. But Stysbro, he had to get a wing change. How unfortunate for him. He was in a good spot. He has gone on to the medium tires. Gonna look at these gaps, but this could be for the net P1 lead. Does Karab go into pit? No, Karab does not go into pit, so Karab is not pitting just yet. Probably is not going to pit until probably about another 2 or 3 laps, I would assume, is when Karab is going to pit. But right now, Big Rig is currently in the net P1 lead. He is still trying to go for his first ever UDL F1 Series win. And to do that, he's going to have to hold up Pig, which is a daunting task. It looks like Pig is going to go to the inside. Does he have enough for him? No, he does not. Great defending there from Big Rig in the racing point. So, great job there from Big Rig to not let him get around, as we have some battling going on between the Haas and AlphaTauris, as young Vicho is in a AlphaTauri sandwich. See if Gunbug is going to think about going for a move here or not. No, he does not. Gunbug getting really close. It looks like he's going to go for a move here. He does. He goes down to the inside as he will take P6 away from young Vicho there. But young Vicho, it looked like he was going to answer back a little bit, but he didn't. We have another yellow between who? It's gone away now. But Big Rig still holding in the net P1 lead. Does Karab pit? No, Karab does not pit yet. Karab is not going into the pits just yet. Breezy is lost out on the DRS to Pig. What does Pig here do? Will he go for a move here or no? He's not close enough to make a move, as he gets a great turn. Let's see, will Pig go for a move here? He tried to do it on the lap before. He's not close enough to get a move on. But Karab is... Was he able to get out in front? Yes, that is Dreamsy who is being lapped. Hopefully, Dreamsy doesn't give any of these guys any issues. I forgot to tell the guys this, but for the next race at the Austrian GP, we will be bringing in post-race interviews. We will be starting to do post-race interviews, but that will be going on for the next race, as I did not warn these guys that we will be doing those today. So we won't have any post-race interviews today, but we will have them for the next race. Pig getting awfully close here, but he was able, but Big Rig was getting some DRS help from the lapped car of Dreamsy there. Dreamsy just does not have the pace like he used to have when he was on the controller. Karab still has not pitted. He is staying out. Big Rig is going to have to try and get into Karab's DRS to try and help him out, as Karab had a 4-second gap. Does Pig go for a move here? No, he does not. Not yet. But he's very close. He is right there. He is on the overtake button, on the ERS. Down the inside they go. He's going to try and beat it out. Does Pig beat him out? He does! He goes for the over-under. Is it enough? Wow, what a move by Pig there. It's not over yet, though. They're still battling really, really close. But Pig has taken the net P1 lead for right now. Karab still has yet to pit in this race, but Pig has assumed the lead. This is one of the mini tracks that Pig has not won yet. He still does not have a Australian GP win next to his name after all of the mini tracks that he does have a win at. Australia is not one of them. But Pig right now in the lead, as Pig has 16 career wins, and not one of them is at the Australian GP. So, but Big Rig falling already down to Pig. But Karab has finally pitted. Karab has finally pitted after going 17 laps on the medium tires. He has now come into pits. Is he going to go onto the soft tires? I believe he will go out there on these soft tires, yes. So let's see if this strategy will work for Karab to possibly get him into P4. Karab in last year's race crashed out on lap 4. He was the first DNF of season 3. As he is going to hope for, he's definitely having a better race today than he did last year, as he led many laps there. We had a chaotic race so far. Let's see how Gunbuck and Publix are going to play this out. Not very many battles on screen. If Big Rig can get back into that gap with Pig, I'll go back to there. But Publix and Gunbuck sitting in P4 and P5, as they are going to try and use that DRS to get them back up. Oh, is what happened to Big Rig? Big Rig has lost almost a whole entire second in just a span of a few seconds. He's losing massive time. Does he have damage on his car? Did he spin out? I think he hit the wall or something. Yeah, he has damage to his right wing. That is not good for Big Rig at all. Don't know. I don't think they got into each other, but Pig is now gone. Big Rig has a ton of damage on that right wing plate. This is not going to go well for Rick, because he's going to lose so much time to the guys behind him, especially to his former teammate Breezy and the AlphaTauris, who are using the DRS to their advantage to try and get back. Oh, and no, as Big Rig has spun it. Big Rig has spun around, so it looks like the wing has hurt him so bad here as he has spun it. Big Rig has spun it. That is massive damage to his car as he's going to have to go in and pit. So many guys have spun out. KD, Dreamsy, Hawk, Big Rig, Kiwi Bird King, who led the first 3 laps and took pole of this race, spun out and wrecked, and Dillsack and Cowboy Cause, Drew U. So many spinouts have gone on in this race. Wow. Not a good first race for the majority of these guys. We're still going to have to see some of the clips. Oh, yeah, and then Stysbro as well, who had the collision. As we have another yellow, it's that Drew U. Yes, Drew U has spun around. Drew U has spun around. Don't know what exactly happened there. So far, not a lot going on. Going to go back up here to the battle for P10. As I don't think Gunbuck... Oh, as KD has gotten into the wall. KD has also gotten into the wall. What is going on with the drivers today in this race? I think the overcast conditions with the cold tires has been very tough for a lot of drivers to handle, as their tires are not up to temp. Not up to optimal temperature for them to handle. But Public's trying to chase down X-Breezy to get P2. But KD has now gone into the pits, as he will have to replace a wing. So has Big Rig. Big Rig, does he have a new front wing on his car? Yes, he does. See what Speed King here. Karab, he's probably going to let his teammate pass, but they are chasing down the Haas of Young Vicho, who's currently sitting in P5, which is the highest he's ever been in the UDL F1 series. This is the highest he's ever been, as he's definitely gotten a lot of luck with a lot of guys spinning out, having some wrecks. But I know Karab is wanting to get in front of his teammate here, as he is on the better tires. But don't know what their plan is. I know they want to go after Young Vicho here, as he is driving on 17 lap old hard tires, as Speed King was able to get out in front. As the 2 Canadian friends, as it was Karab that referred Speed King into the lead, as Karab does get out in front of Young Vicho here, but a P7 would still be great for Young Vicho. But at some point, you gotta think King should let Karab go. He's on the soft tires, on a much better tire. As right now, those tires of... Gotta see what they're going to do. He is not letting go of the spot just yet. I believe that is the Mercedes of Dreamsy that they are about to come up on, that's getting the blue flags. Yes, Dreamsy is getting the blue flags, who is out in front of the... We have another yellow? Is that Drew U, I believe? No, he was letting people pass. There is another battle going out there on track. It's between Big Rig and Atronac. Big Rig is going to go down to the outside. They're battling. Oh, they make contact a little bit, but it looks like Big Rig will win out and take P12 away from Atronac there, as he is on these soft tires compared to Atronac 12-lap old hards. But Big Rig was looking for a podium finish. Oh, as we have another yellow. Yes! Atronac is into the wall. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way, as Speed King has finally allowed Karab to go by, but Atronac has gone into the wall of this race. That has to be the 10th spin out this race. What in the world has gone on in this race? But Big Rig did just set the fastest lap of the race with a 122.6. Pig is in control of this race right now with a 6-second lead, and if Cursorial Alex is watching this race, you know he has to feel sick to his stomach knowing that Pig is going to have already, if he does win this race, a 25-second gap, a 25-point gap already. So Krasoriax is definitely going to have some catching up to do for sure, as Pig is one of the most consistent drivers in the league. He has rarely ever finished outside of the points. Actually, he has finished inside the points in every race of his UDL F1 Series career, as it looks like there is a Ferrari of Atranak who is getting blue flag right now. He's going to have to let the Red Bull go, and he's not. Don't know what is going on with him, as there he is. Yep, he finally possibly get a move, as Atranak is now getting the go-ahead to go ahead and go, as he was allowing X-Breezy, Publix, and Gunbuck to get through. But now that opens the door for P2, as Big Rig just set another fastest lap of the race with a 121.7 here with 6 laps to go. As Publix started in 7th, went all the way down to P10, and now he's all the way back up to P3. What can he do? Can he get a move on to pass X-Breezy here to take P2 away? As Gunbuck here, it looks like that is the Williams of Drew Yu. Yes, that is the Williams of Drew Yu right behind him, as they're about to have their own little battle for P16. 5 laps to go here in the UDL F1 Australian GP. Sorry folks, I had to have my mic muted. I had to sneeze. So Publix getting that gap down to... Oh, did he hit the wall? He did hit the wall. As we have another yellow, is that Cowboy Cause? Cowboy Cause is around again for the 5th time in this race. But Publix has hit the wall. Massive damage to his car, to that left front wing. But Publix has gone into the wall, and that might open the door here for Gunbuck. Don't know if team orders will come into play. I think Publix should allow Gunbuck to go, as he's right now currently fastest. But that, wow. Oh, here we go, as Gunbuck is looking like he's going to go for a move for P3, and he does. He gets the move done. And it looks like Atranak was able to get a move on Drew Yu there for the P16 spot. But Publix right now just saw his chances of getting a podium evaporate after hitting the wall and getting wing damage. Where is Karab? But yeah, Publix losing so much time out to these guys. Yeah, as you can see on his left front wing, that is going to affect him in these turns. Gunbuck still does not have a podium to his name in his UDL F1 Series career. I'm pretty sure he does have a podium. No, he does not. Gunbuck still does not have a single podium to his name. So Gunbuck right now is in line of getting the first podium of his UDL F1 Series career, as he is trying to chase down X-Breezy here. We do have another battle going on between Stysbra and TNE Hawk, as he is caught up to the back of the Ferrari. TNE Hawk is having a very disappointing day by his standards. As we know, he has race-winning pace. He spun himself around at one of the few turns. Does he have something for Stysbra here with 4 laps to go in this race? As those medium tires of Styes are probably... Oh, it looks like TNE Hawk is going to go for a move. Looks like he does. Oh, and he gets the elbows out and says, I am taking P9 away, buddy. That is my spot. So, TNE Hawk now all the way up into P9, as he is past Stysbra. Gunbuck as Publix having trouble. That might open the door for Karab, and as everybody knows, these two have history with each other, as Karab and Publix They made contact here in last year's race, and then there was the wreck at the Canadian GP where Karab turned into Publix, and that wrecked him out. So these two guys might have themselves a battle here, as Drew Yu is going to have to let Karab go, as we have 3 laps to go in this race. As yes, Drew Yu has allowed Karab to get past. Will Karab get in front of Publix here? These two have history with each other. Karab needs to settle down and hope that if he goes for the move, it's the right move. Teeny Hawk has made a move on Helmate to take P8. Publix goes defensive. Karab is going to go to the outside. He will get out in front and take P4 away from Publix, who's still trying to nurse the damaged wing on his car. Teeny Hawk was able to get out in front of Helmate for P8, so a good bounce back performance there. But the battle for P2 is starting to heat up between Gunbuck and X Breezy here. Gunbuck on the 15 lap old medium tires, X Breezy on the 23 lap old hard tires. Gonna see which tire is going to win out here with 2 laps to go in this race. Pig still holds a commanding 8-second lead in this race. We will go back to him on the final lap in the last few turns. But right now, X Breezy is under attack from the AlphaTauri of Gunbuck here. But Gunbuck still does not have a career podium to his name. This is going to be his first if he doesn't spin out or anything. Pig coming to the line to get the white flag. Yep, the white flag is now out. The white flag is now out here at the Australian GP. But Gunbuck, can he get close? Can he get close to go for a move? No, not there yet. He's going to have the DRS here. He's going to have to go for it here. Is he there? No, he is not close enough to try and challenge, but he is breathing down the neck of X Breezy here. He is all over the back of him. Gonna try and see. Don't know, not enough. He's back on the ERS though. Will he go for a move here? He's gonna go down the inside, and he does! He gets the move done! Oh, but he gets out into the grass! He gets out into the grass. Will that open the door for X Breezy? I don't know. Oh, as they make contact with each other, they get into the wall. Big crash between Gunbuck and X Breezy. Karab gets around. Karab has gone around. Karab has gone around. What in the world has gone on in this race? And Karab has gone around to take P2, but Pig looks like he is going to win this race. He has never won here at the Australian GP, as he will get his first ever Australian Grand Prix win. Karab has not got a single podium next to his name, as he has gotten past the 2 guys that he has had wars with Publix and X Breezy, as Karab will take P2 and Publix with a bounce back effort will take P3, X Breezy in P4, Speed King in P5, and Young Vicho in P6. Gunbuck, how unfortunate for him. He was in line to get his first ever podium, and he finishes in P7. Teeny Hawk will finish in P8. What? As Helmade, P9, Big Rig, P10, Stysbra in his first race, P11, KD, P13, I think he has ran out of fuel, and Birdman will finish in P14, but wow, Gunbuck and X Breezy battling it out for P2 and P3 collide, and that allows Karab to get past to take P2. So Gunbuck, who is in line to get the first ever podium of his career, has gone away, and Karab out of nowhere gets his first ever podium in the UDL F1 series. But Pig is your race winner. The 17th ever career race win for Pig. and the first at the Australian GP. What a race. What a race. That was the most chaotic Australian GP we have seen yet, and we've already had some chaotic races here in Australia. That was insane. That was insane. Wow. The Pig is your winner, but how about this for Karab, though? Karab never gotten a podium next to his name. Has finally got one. Finishes in P2 as Publix hit the wall, went all the way down to P4, all the way down to P5, and was able to bounce back and get P3. Ignore the blue screen, folks, as I have to take a screenshot of these results. Gonna take one more. And there we go. Finally got the screenshots. But yeah, that is your race, folks. What an insane race. What an insane race. As I imagine there's going to be a bunch of clips being sent in. But Snapper Pig is your race winner with Karab in second. And Publix bounces back after hitting the wall. Comes back and finishes in P3. That was quite the finish here, folks. As just like I said, I didn't warn these guys that there was going to be driver interviews, but we will bring those back for the next race. That was the Australian GP. We do not have a race next week due to the Super Bowl, but we will be coming back on February 14th for the 100% All-Star race in Brazil, and then on February 21st we are back to the points racing at the Austrian GP on February 21st. Well, that is it for today, guys. That was quite the race, chaotic in all of its glory. Pig is your winner. Congrats to Karab on getting the first ever podium of his career, and congrats to Publix for bouncing back, and heartbreak for X-Breezy and Gunbuck there, who were battling it out and crashed on the final lap. So I imagine I'm going to have a lot of work to do with a lot of clips being sent, as we had at least over 10 cars from what I saw spin out. So that is it for me today. I am Pecan36. We will be back here on February 14th, an hour earlier, for the 100% race. Thank you guys for watching, and we wish you all a good night.